Hello and welcome once again to the Whovians. Today we're going to discuss the City of Death. And let's get right into it with Jason. Jason, what did you think of the City of Death?
City of Death, one of my favorite stories, especially got some great actors for this with Julian Glover, who's also been known in other stories such as, story with full start the way back from who played, The Crusade. Also appeared in other movies such as Star Wars and also later on Game of Thrones. We also got Romana, also played with a lovely actress who's Laura Ward. Also got a few other great characters, like the guy who plays Duggan, who also later on appeared in a Sixth Doctor story. And you just got a lot of great villainy on the story. You got the painting of Mona Lisa. You also got the alien called a Jaguar, I think. Definitely a great story. Definitely love it. The fact that you got the villain, who is Skylock, is like scattered off all over the century, being divided, and which I thought that worked out brilliantly. And then having the professor trying to do all the work, which he thought he was just trying to do it for hunger and trying to age a chicken and stuff, but I guess that didn't really work out to the point that things went the bad way. But in the story itself, definitely brilliant. Love the Doctor's humor in this one, especially when he's just picking on a bit of the Duggan on when he was like, what a wonderful butler, so violent, or to the woman herself, she's, you're a beautiful woman, probably. And Duggan was going to ask her to dinner. Some great humor with that. But the story itself definitely worked out brilliant, especially when you got the characters having that mental breakdown and you see a bit different images with him from different all over at the time. Definitely really enjoy it. Definitely love the story, and I give it a 10 out of 10 on this one.
Harry, what's your opinion on this City of Death?
City of Death is a very well done Tom Baker story. I mean, it just works so well. Getting a chance to go to Paris, the way the story is written, it's a superb story. Especially the little tidbit about Time Lords being able to fly. I mean, I wish we had more stuff about that. The whole story works well. The story, I give it 8 out of 10. The book, unfortunately, I cannot review this week. The book has not arrived. It's a Doug Adams story. It's on the way. It'll be here late July, early August. I'm so looking forward to sitting down and reading it. But until it arrives, alas, I cannot give a book review. And I do apologize to our viewers for that, because if you've watched the show, you know me. I love doing my reviews of books, but what can I say? Doug Adams' books not available in paperback yet here in the United States, so I gotta wait for this one to come out in the mail from Amazon. So as soon as it does arrive, I will read it, and when I get a chance, I will be happy to leave people a review of the book.
David Aston.
So, City of Death, 1979. This is during the Douglas Adams era, sort of not that long before he did A Certain Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. And every now and then in a TV show, you have an episode that is really, literally the best. Literally the best. You know, it's like a perfect, I don't know how you describe it really, sort of a perfect sort of combination of all the elements that make a show really work, and this is one of them. The scenery of France and the class, and just the laid back, the Fourth Doctor's sort of brushes and palette brooches, really good. It just feels perfectly suited for the Fourth Doctor and Romana too. Julian Glover is absolutely exceptional as the Count in this. He's got a very sort of dry, totally fearless way of delivering his lines. Like he doesn't fear anything. The interplay between him and the Doctor is pretty juicy. Yeah, the whole idea of paintings being stolen and sort of time travel, and having your self sort of splintered throughout time is interesting. And it's also one of the few shows in the classic series where they actually film on location. I don't think we see any location film until Amsterdam, I believe. I don't think there's any stories actually filmed abroad. It does add something special to it. As for the music, that music is really different. It really sort of brings everything to life, and you can see how Douglas Adams would have done it if, with a slightly less sort of outrageous, over-the-top script. You have something far more intellectual and entertaining. I do love the bit where the Countess sort of finally has doubts and realises that she doesn't know hardly anything about the Count at all. So yeah, but City of Death is beautifully filmed. It's got an exquisite artistic, it's like a perfectly cooked meal outside one of those old beautiful cafes of Earth. And it feels very 70s, very sort of post-EU joining. And it just feels like a holiday. That's what it is, literally, for the Doctor and Romana.
Now we'll go over to Susan. What did you think of City of Death?
Well, I love this story. I love this story. I love Paris. I love Paris in the springtime. I love Paris in 1979. I love the table wine that is Paris. I love the great locations and the cafes and the artistry of Paris. I think that the Louvre was a perfect place to have a time travel story regarding the Mona Lisa and regarding Leonardo Da Vinci and regarding the last of the Jaggeroth. Scaroth was a great villain, and the Countess had the longest story arc, the best story arc. She went from being tied to her place and her ideas, and very and having this aura of respectability, to sort of demolish bit by bit to the point where she realized that she was married to an alien, and that this alien was the alien that she'd seen represented in the art of former days. That was really cool, seeing that step down of respectability and of her pride, and the art that was done of Romana at the beginning. That was hilarious. That was absolutely perfect. The time lady with a face clock, and as her face was just darling and hilarious. I just received this Fourth Doctor signature.
Wow.
Backstrom
Awesome.
in the mail, and I was like, oh, and I started crying, and it's just the coolest thing. It's the magazine number 501 of the Doctor Who magazine set, and so that's really cool. And so I'm a big Fourth Doctor fan. I love cosplaying as him, and so I'll give it a 10 out of 10, and thank you.
So now we go back to me, City of Death. It's written by Douglas Adams, but you wouldn't know that because he used a pseudonym.
Oh, yeah.
The dialogue is what I really love. The script. I love the dialogue, the witty script, and how all the actors delivered it. You see Julian Glover, and hey, that's the guy from Star Wars. Or that's the guy from Indiana Jones. Yep, that's the guy. And he takes a script and he embellishes it with his performance. No way does it look like this is beneath him. He's really terrific in it. The idea of going back to the dawn of mankind, I kind of think Star Trek The Next Generation ripped off that idea for their final episode. What I really liked was the cameo at the end by John Cleese and Eleanor Bron. Now, outside of the UK, people might not know who Eleanor Bron is. As a fan of British comedies, I recognized her right away. She's the woman who is Dudley Moore's object of attraction in the movie Bedazzled. I'm a fan of Peter Cook, so I love that movie Bedazzled, and Eleanor Bron is the woman that...
the original, not the crappy...
Yeah, not the crappy movie, original.
Not the original remake.
Eleanor Bron is the woman that Dudley Moore sells his soul to the devil for. So I really love that at the end, that little cameo by John Cleese and Eleanor Bron. And it fit in with the episode. It's not a cameo just for the sake of the cameo. It actually fit in with what was going on. And as Eleanor Bron says, exquisite. Layla Ward in her schoolgirl outfit. I doubt Doctor Who would have a companion wearing a schoolgirl outfit these days. So it stands up over time. And Outpost Gallifrey's Pole is rated number 5 in the Doctor Who, in all of Doctor Who episodes. I'd give it a 9 out of 10. So does anyone have anything else they want to add to?
One thing that was very interesting is the fact that the whole plot line had to be rewritten. Originally, the story was supposed to be taking place in the 1920s. And when they got the chance to do extra shooting in Paris, they basically Doug Adams and one of the other guys just had to do basically an entire script rewrite from starting on Thursday evening all the way through Sunday. And it basically just went at it, rewrote the entire script to do it justice, but it being set up in Paris all this time. He rewrote the entire thing from a time travel stories in such back in the 1920s to something in the late 1970s in Paris, France. So they had to do an entire major rewrite over something like 3 days.
Tom Baker said that when they filmed it in France, Doctor Who was not aired in France at that time. And it was a bit unnerving because in England, when they would film location scenes, they'd be surrounded by people who want to talk to the actors. In France, no one knew who they were. So they basically were just ignored. And he wasn't used to that.
It's called Dr. Key or something like that. I used to work with this black bloke at a factory, and he'd been in Russia. I think he was from France originally. And I was, being a Doctor Who fan, I was asking him, how do you say Doctor Who in French? And he said, Dr. Key, or something like that.
Have a great great afternoon, and thank you.
Thank you, everyone, for joining us for this discussion on City of Death. Hope you watch the City of Death and enjoy it. And join us for another Whovians review. Until then, keep on whoing.